The person I want to highlight in this picture is my dad. My dad and I, we've always been close, but to different degrees. But our relationship now is closer than ever. And when I think back to what changed our relationship, it was one pivotal moment. I remember during that phase where I was balancing all those random odd jobs to make ends meet. During this time, it was very hectic in my life. And he came up to me one day, he says, Juan, I'm having trouble with this. Can you help me? Can you transfer my music from my iPod to my iPhone? I'm like, Dad, don't worry, I got you. 3 weeks passed by. He comes up, he's like, hey, Juan, were you able to transfer the music for me? I said, oh my gosh, Dad, I'm so sorry, I just completely forgot. And I could see in his face his disappointment. I said, Dad, don't worry, I'm gonna do it right now. And I'm thinking, man, how difficult can this be? So I plug it into my PC, I open both files, I'm just trying to drag it over, but it's not dragging over. 1 hour later, I finally get it done. And as I get ready to give my dad his iPod and his iPhone, I'm just overwhelmed with this sense of embarrassment. The reason why I was embarrassed is because I started thinking about all my dad has done for me and our family. Being a single income provider, he'd wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, go to work, come back, help my mom clean, cook, whatever was broke around the house, he'd fix it. He'd show up to my basketball games. You name it, he was there. One of my fondest memories, as a kid, I love eating McDonald's French fries. And I remember every time I'd have that craving, I'd ask my mom, can we call Dad at work? And I called my dad, and I said, hey, Dad, I was wondering, can you buy me some French fries? He would always respond the same way. I'm not sure if I can, but I'll do my best. Every time I'd call and ask him to buy French fries, when he came home and I hear the doorbell, I run to the window, I open the curtains. Every time, he would have a McDonald's brown bag in his hand with French fries for me. I was thinking, man, my dad has done so much, and all he asked for was just to transfer music from one device to another, and it took me 3 weeks. So as I get ready to hand it off to him, I say, hey, Dad, I'm really sorry that I took so long to do this for you. You do so much for the family, for me. I'm just really thankful for you. And I'm sorry that it took this long. My dad, he grabs the iPhone, iPod. He looks at me. He says, okay. I'm thinking, I just poured out my heart. And this is all I got in return? A couple of days passed by, and my dad had asked me, hey, do you mind grabbing this thing for me from the store? I said, Dad, don't worry, I got you. And he texts, he confirms. I'm like, Dad, I got it, don't worry, I won't forget. I get to their house, and he asked me, hey, where's it at? I said, oh my goodness, Dad, I completely forgot. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. I text you, you confirm with me. He was frustrated. But moments later, he comes up to me, and he says, Juan, I'm sorry for getting overly upset. I know you've been busy traveling all around, and you've been really exhausted. Sorry for overreacting. The reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because in the past, my father and I would have never had these type of conversations. And when I look back to this moment, what really transformed it was when I was willing to have the courage to express my feelings, to apologize for my mistakes, when I was willing to be vulnerable and lower my wall, it created an environment safe for my dad to lower his wall. And so, as you prepare to leave this conference later today, I'm curious, who in your lives would you like to develop more comfort with? What colleagues do you work with? What loved ones in your lives would you like to be more vulnerable with? And understand vulnerability, it can be you're the type of person that always has things together. But then you can say, you know what? I'm a little overwhelmed now. Can you help me with this? It could be in a form of, my tonality was a little intense. I apologize for that. Or maybe it's saying, you know what? It's okay, I forgive you. I promise you, if you're willing to exercise a little more vulnerability in the workplace and at home, you'll develop not only more comfort, but you'll create an environment so that people can feel comfortable to not only share, but also to be at their best as well.